Previously on the Hardcore Kid.
A sad and emotional tale about a pink-haired, big-breasted cat girl. In Soviet Russia, pussy lick you. I hate furries and I don't like anything colored pink. Pink. You're just a poser like that smeghead guy liner.
Child, if you think you're hardcore, why don't you review one of my movies?
Anything but Fritz the cat! Don't you know the British guy is always the bad guy? You'll never get away with this! But you'll be going somewhere. Joey, Nate, what are you guys doing here?
We don't know. We were heading to Diamanda, and the next thing you know, we end up here.
Hagan. Hagan set you guys up to it, didn't she?
Who?
Ah! Oh, my poor little crying little children. You look so sad. You look so distraught. So broken. Just like the people who sat through the live-action Keiko Cabin film.
There was a live-action movie?
Yes.
How was it?
It sucked. Look, Hagan, you've certainly sunk low since you forced the cartoon hero to watch that god-awful Titanic sequel. But now you're forcing us, kids, to watch the very first X-rated animated movie, directed by a guy who makes his women more disproportionate than a DeviantArt fur bag? It is for your own good, hardcore kid. Oh, it's always the same with you silly Americans. You think you're the ultimate world power. You think you're the hardcore kid. You know everything. You're better than the rest. When in fact you just sit in your chair and ramble on about nonsense that nobody gives a smeg about. You can't handle it. The cartoon Zero couldn't handle it. Nobody on that guy with the glasses can handle it. Nobody on the internet can handle it. And soon, us British will be the ultimate rulers of the entire world! Uh-huh. And what are you going to do with the world once you've taken it over? Oh, shut up.
Excuse me, but why are we here?
What? Because I'm me.
Because you're you?
You need more?
But that's not fair!
Oh, life is never fair unless you're me. But if you want fairness in death, I'll happily oblige you.
Alright, fine. We'll watch your stinking movie. And when it's over, then will you let us go?
Oh, I'd have to think about it. What do you think, minion in crime?
Oh, crikey. Okay, fine. You can watch the movie, and then we'll let you go. Okay, just roll the damn thing.
Can I use the bathroom?
No! Now, Fritz the Cat started out as an adult comic strip by Robert Crumb in the 1960s. It focuses on an anthropomorphic cat named Fritz, who lives a life of doing whatever the fuck he wants, from shagging the ladies to getting high off his tail. It has every symbolic metaphor you can think of, from black crows representing black dudes, to cops being portrayed by pigs, to the whole hippie free love movement going on at the time. As the 70s came around, up-and-coming director Ralph Bakshi stepped up and decided to put together a film adaptation of Crumb's comic strip. But little did Crumb know what Bakshi was capable of, and when the film finally came out in 1972, Bakshi had thrown in so much sex, drugs, and rock and roll, violence, and racism that he would end up creating the world's first X-rated animated film. Mazel tov! That probably means this is the greatest film of all time, right? Well, considering what some of my fellow reviewers said, this could be a pretty difficult ride. But how does it hold up? Let's watch. The movie starts off in New York City during the 1960s.
Hey, yeah, the 1960s, happy times, heavy times.
First of all, it was our bedtime.
So you get your daughter, right? You tell her she might be Catholic, she might be Jewish, she might be anything. So you bring her up in what they call the bourgeois American type society family. You know, you bring them up so they don't screw until they get married. You take them to church on Sunday.
What is this, a sociology lesson?
Hey, I got a C in sociology, buddy. Move the film along.
So after a whole minute of talking moral gibber, this happens. Oh yeah, nothing better than taking a leak off the side of the building and not caring who gets pissed on. With that, the credits roll. Very slowly. So, what do you think about the Giants, Joey?
I'm an Eagles fan.
Okay then, Nate?
Eagles. Wow, this is the slowest piss I've ever seen.
Yeah, really. Do something!
Arriba! Andale! Wow, took them long enough. Talk about pissing on the society.
Already 2 minutes in and I want to piss on this movie. After that, we get quite possibly the most baloney crap Phil Spectorized number I've ever freaking heard in a movie.
Hey, you fucking intellectuals, you think you're so where it's at. Before you fill your minds with any junk and listen to Fritz the cat, as writers and poets and artists, it's your duty to live life the most. So cut out, brothers, and check out the world and give me a ride to the coast.
I find it pretty catchy.
I find it harder to listen to than Burning Up Baby. So this is our protagonist, Fritz. He plays in a street band with his two buddies, Fuzz and Hines, hustling for bucks. Unfortunately, they suck.
One of the worst I've ever heard.
I've read everything James Baldwin's written. He has a true sense of the problems of black people.
I worked at Head Start for free last summer. Black kids are so much groovier.
Hey, what do you know? It's the cat version of Lisa Lampanelli.
I went to a couple of Black Panther meetings. The time for nonviolent revolution is past. More power to the people.
I'm taking a course in African studies at school. I had no idea you people were so civilized.
Don't you hate it when people say colored or Negro and not black? Black is beautiful.
It's so great that black people are wearing their hair natural.
I had a black girlfriend once.
Would you knock it off with all the black eggs?
So after that madness, Fritz introduces himself to the girls, going on about how much his life sucks, and coaxes them to tag along with him. He then leads the girls to an old whorehouse to do what else? Whore!
Oasis, my loves, this bathtub is now transformed into a space capsule of truth and love.
This is wild. Yes, only in naked closeness like this can we all come to know each other.
Yes, right, very good, Winston, darling. Naked closeness, true. You are a perceptive girl. Closeness, we must all get very close, as close as possible, as a matter of fact.
I'd totally do the ginger one. I totally do the Jewish one. That means you get the nerdy one, eh, kid?
No, I'm not getting anyone. I like human beings, thank you very much.
At first, it seems like an old-fashioned menage a quatre, until suddenly everybody in the house starts coming into the room and screwing everybody in the bathtub. And you may be thinking, oh, this'll be over in about 2 minutes. But no! This goes on for 7 minutes!
God, this is disgusting. What are you doing?
Calling somebody, anybody, to get us out of this mess.
Toonmore residents, Hewy speaking.
Huey? As in Huey Lewis?
Yes, but I'm not the 80s rock star, so sorry to disappoint you.
The host of the animated movie review series, right?
Well, yes, who is this?
This is the hardcore kid.
Seriously? Oh my god, oh I can't believe this. Mr. Hardcore Kid, I'm a huge fan of your reviews, especially of Dream Warriors. What can I do for you?
Dude, you gotta help us. Hagan has got us all trapped inside this room and forcing us to watch this gross out, disgusting movie.
Hardcore Kid, don't worry. If you need help, I'm your guy. I'll review any anime movie out there. So, what's the film?
Fritz the cat.
Except that one.
What? Hey, wait a minute!
Look, dude, I'm having a hard enough time with other people out there asking me to review Fritz the Cat. It's the one anime film that I refuse to do. Sorry, dude, but you're on your own. Call me when you review something Bakshi has done that's good. Bye-bye.
Wait, Hewy! Hewy, I'm begging you, man! Curse you!
Oh great, it's the pigs. No, seriously, the cops are pigs in this movie. So after more peace and sex jokes, Fritz breaks the sink and floods the building, sending everybody sliding out like a water slide. I think this is supposed to be a joke, but I'm not laughing.
So apparently Fritz is a writer at NYU who's living a completely boring and miserable life, and really wants to see more action in his life.
All the stuff to see, and all the kicks, and all the girls are out there, and me, a writer, and a poet who should be having adventures and experiencing all the diversities and paradoxes and ironies of life, and passing over all the roads of the world.
Say, he's got a point. As soon as we're out of here, I'm heading to Albuquerque.
Taking all the cities and towns and rivers and the oceans and making all of them chicks.
Hot damn, that's a whole lot of Rosie.
Oh my God, what have I done? I set all my notes and books and stuff on fire, and now I can't study for my exams.
No, not NYU! Now where am I gonna get a college education?
You can try Ramapo.
Man, fuck Ramapo.
So Fritz decides to head up to a restaurant in the city, and it's crawling with black crows meant to represent the black people of the 60s. Here, he meets a crow named Duke trying to play pool.
And failing miserably.
I kid you not, man. Sometimes I really get hung up about it. You know, uptight, strung out.
In a bag?
Yeah, in a bag.
I'm gonna buy you a drink, cat, just 'cause I think you got coolness.
So the crow, formerly known as Duke, befriends Fritz and agrees to be his bodyguard, especially in dangerous situations, like when the bartender tries to poison Fritz's drink.
Oh, a character in this movie that's actually likable? It's a miracle! It's amazing!
It's a remedy.
So Fritz and Duke hit up the town, creating havoc and chaos and sending one crow falling out of her dress. Ha ha ha. More female animalistic nudity. I'm aroused. Oh, don't stop.
Look out! It's the Fuzz! You could see his piglet.
What were you looking down there for, Nate? Are you trying to tell us something?
No.
Then shut up.
So Duke takes Fritz to an old junkyard where we're introduced to the female crow from Freddy as FR07.
That was before all those peace marches, sit-ins, riots, and dudes.
Ain't nothing wrong with no peace marches. Cat, you have been high on pot.
Are you kidding me, man? Grass? Who doesn't, you know? What do you think? I'm some kind of a hick?
Oh God, this scene.
What scene?
This scene.
What about this scene?
I hate this scene. I cannot stand this scene. Not even the most hardcore kid in the entire world could handle this scene. It's horrifying. It's disgusting. It's the worst scene in this movie. Hey, British biatch. Hardcore hack. You better hand me that clicker, Lee Evans. I cannot subject myself to this scene. It's an unholy curse. See? Oh, that scene. Oh, come on, kid. If you're hardcore enough to go through baggy, then this will be no problem for you. Oh, hey, Joey, Nate. Perhaps this will teach you a little lesson. This is going to suck.
So basically, Big Mama shoves an entire pot farm into Fritz's mouth, causing him to have the mother of all crazed hallucinations.
Is it over?
No!
Oh my God.
Stop! Yo, Fritz, come on.
What does this have anything to do with the rest of the story, you sick, smegging, idiotic nimrods?
I can't take this shit anymore.
I'm a Scotland.
Hello?
Waymu, you gotta help us, man. Diamanda Hagan has kidnapped us and forcing us to watch Fritz the cat.
Dear Lord, how could any mortal survive watching that film in its entirety?
What's worse, they're making us watch the scene!
The scene? Oh God.
Titty knock! What?
So after 5 more freaking minutes of nothing but fan animalistic horror, Fritz finally gets an idea. He decides he wants to revolt.
Revolt! Revolt!
Yes, because what we just saw wasn't revolting enough.
You have sweat your lives away for the bosses! The bosses! They ride around in limousines! Get the fuck off my car!
What the hell was that?
I don't know, I think Loki took a leak on Kanye West's car again.
So of course, all hell breaks loose on the streets, and then Duke gets shot!
No! The only likable character in the movie, and he gets killed? Why? Why? Why?
Because the film hates its viewers. Just like us.
We shall overcome!
That's not Mickey Mouse, that says Titters!
So Fritz spends the night inside a trash can where he's finally discovered by his girlfriend Winston. Realizing the city isn't safe, the duo decide to head cross-country. Want to hear some horse shit? The Winston you see in this scene is not the same Winston from the beginning. I shit you not. Yes, they're both wolves, and they have the same color scheme. But this one is about a foot shorter and speaks with a Jewish accent.
Why does a great actor like James Earl Jones always have to play black men?
Don't be so melodramatic. You and your illusions of grandeur. I'm not getting in that filthy, grimy garbage can with you.
I wouldn't have a problem with this if this was the comic strip, but you know what? This isn't the comic strip. You can't just take a character you've already introduced in a movie and completely change her halfway through the film. That's like in The Room, where they replaced one of the supporting characters with a completely different actor. Then again, I am comparing a movie made by a talentless greaseball to the guy who gave us Wizards and American Pop, so fuck it.
I fed up with his world. She makes men into boys, she makes giants into men. She'll have you feeling guilty before you can count them in. Always sharp mind and a body to match. Always fine vegetable with
Marvelous, my ass is exalting. Elating, that cool night wind blowing past the window. Oh, man.
I'm hungry. Let's stop some.
How the hell with stopping? I just want to feel those miles flying by.
I'm hungry.
Life in the fast lane, sure to make you lose your mind. And in case you were wondering, no, there is no chemistry between Fritz and Winston. Fritz spends the rest of the trip acting higher than a kite, and Winston just acts like a total bitch. No, correction, she is a total bitch! After their car runs out of gas, Winston the bitch sends Fritz down the road to a gas station to fill up. It's there that he meets some heroin-addicted bunny biker named Blue Bunny, yes, just go with it, and a horse version of Rosie O'Donnell named Harriet.
They're also part of a revolution, but what purpose do they have in the story? Little to none, except to make total asses out of themselves. No pun intended. I mean, come on! Who are these people? What is the exact purpose do they have to this story anyway?
They're rebels, Joey. They're sick of having to step up to the man all the time. They want to live their own independent lives without being so over-controlled by society. Remember the hippie movement of the 1960s? Well, just think of this as the furry movement of 1969.
So now it's the film's epic climax, or lack thereof. Fritz and the witch bitch are heading out to blow up a power plant.
Listen, man, me and you have been assigned to blow up the power plant. That's all I care about. The revolution. You're full of shit. All you care about is a reason to hurt, to destroy, to blow up.
Just like Ralph Bakshi's career.
Yeah, she loves it. When you get right down to it, I mean, that's where it's really at. Yeah. The love you give is equal to the love you get. Well, fuck it, I ain't doing it. So long, Fritz.
I'm off to go get my paycheck.
Far out.
Hey, that explosion was so amazing, it made everything go blood red and three-dimensional.
So Fritz wakes up in a hospital bed in Hollywood, where he's reunited with Winston, Harriet, Jewish girl, and nerdy blonde.
What? Well, I had to come up with names for them somehow.
I've been up and down the four corners of this big old world.
And by four corners, I mean New York City and Arizona.
I've seen it all, and I've done it all. If there's one thing I've learned, it's
to stop womanizing people? To be a nice person?
To not star in such a shitty movie?
It's you get over here, and you get down there like that. And now you blonde, you get under here. That's right.
Oh, for God's sake.
Poor cat. He was a kind of tough kid at that, wasn't he?
Indeed he was, Slim Pickens. Indeed he was.
Okay, Hagan, the movie is over. Can you let us go now?
Oh, you want to talk? What did you think of the movie?
We'll tell you what we thought about it. It sucked!
I understand the movie is supposed to be a satire of the sex, drugs, and rock and roll movement of the 60s, but geez, it could have at least had some sense of direction. The whole film feels like they just took some of the comic strips and laced them all together to make this disjointed, trippy water sporting event. The sex scenes are way too oppressed. The plot jumps all over the place without any resolutions given, and the characters, including the title character, are hideously unlikable. With the exception of Duke, who actually seems to be the only one in the film who's the voice of reason. And they killed him off because fuck us. The movie may have a following, but I'm not part of it. This movie was a headache to watch and a headache to edit.
Hardcore headache from the head all the way down to hell. Oh, boo, stinking hoo-hoo, my generation, hardcore kid. Maybe you should have thought about that before you decided to express yourself to this nightmare. In fact, maybe we won't let you go. Maybe we should torture you some more. What? Why not having a hand at reviewing the sequel, The 9 Lives of Fritz the Cat?
Oh, well, how about that epic of manly homoeroticism known to the world as Sebastian?
I need a wish. I need a miracle. I need a hero. What the cocksucking fuck buggery was that?
Somebody call for a hero.
Hero! Thank God! But how'd you know we'd be here?
I know when a person is in deep distress, especially after watching a truly terrible movie. Now get out of there! Hagan, my nemesis, my archenemy. Your reign of terror ends here, now!
Listen here, reality can't hurt you, and you're too much of a pussy to even try to kill me.
Normally I'd object to that, but your point?
Why don't we just cut the crap here? I'll let them go and we can all go home. I got what I want. They won't be able to look at a cat for the next 25 years without projectile vomiting.
Okay, but just this once. No tricks are out.
Or what? You'll talk at me. No tricks, but I'm going to kill your pet. Bye-bye!
Wait, I don't own a pet.
Delay! Oops! Wrong again! Oh my god, it's Mr. Psycho! I always thought he looked bigger on TV. Oh no, you don't! You little brats may have the smarts, but I've got the technology. I've got a smeg load of buttons on this controller, and I'm gonna press them all! Oh, just one more button to go. Wait, British guy! You do not want to press that last button. I'm warning you, man, it's not worth it. Oh, what's it gonna do? Self-destruct on me? Self-destruct sequence initiated. Oh, bugger. Alright, let's go.
Hey guys, what's going on?
It's a long story. Just get us out of here.
Where are we going anyway?
How about we go see Cat on a Hot Tin Roof?
No! No, Cat! No! What's my name?
Oh no.
Sorry, we're filming something and we didn't see it coming.